Hello and welcome to Crafters TV. You've joined us for our fabulous, beautiful beginning show here on this Wednesday evening, where perhaps if you are new to crafting, then this is going to be absolutely perfect because we're going to take things right back to basics. It's going to be super educational. We're going to share with you lots of amazing hints, tips and techniques to kickstart you on that crafting journey. But perhaps you've been crafting for years. Well, I always say one of the things I absolutely love about crafting is that it doesn't matter how long you've been crafting for, there's always something new to learn. And I think even if you are an experienced crafter, you're going to get lots and lots of joy and inspiration from this show. Now, it's not me providing the inspiration this evening. Oh no, she's been here all day. She's still just as inspirational as she was first thing this morning. I know she's got some absolutely incredible demos lined up for this last show of the day as well. Of course, I'm joined by the absolutely incredibly talented Sheena. Sheena, are you well?
I am. I'm looking forward to it. I am. I'm there. I'm raring. I've had a lovely strong cup of tea.
Oh yes.
I was just saying it's strong.
Yes.
It's strong, and I'm ready to go. We're going to have more colouring in, Lily. So yeah, with these fabulous pens and new stamps.
New stamps. Wow. Now it's going to be an absolute crack of a show. Sheena's had a very, very strong tea. We've been talking about this, so she's going to be wide awake. So there's going to be some speed crafting, quite frankly. Lots of ideas thrown about. So strap yourselves in, brace yourself. It's going to be an absolute cracker of a show. And if there's anything in particular that you want to see, let us know. As you guys know, Sheena absolutely loves an off-the-cuff demo. That's what it's all about. So get those questions in, get the what would happen if I did such and such, or does this work? Get all those questions in. We absolutely love to hear them. And of course, let us know, what do you love about these brand new stamps? What do you love about us having Sheena here on Crafters TV? It's a super, super exciting day whenever we have Sheena here. There's so many educational tips and techniques. However, it's not just about those tips and techniques. We are bringing you the products that are going to allow you to get those incredible finished results. And even better, today we have got a brand new launch. Now, looking at the side here, you are getting stamps, brand new from Sheena, hand-drawn artwork. They are absolutely stunning. However, perhaps you want to buy all those stamps, you look at them and you collect Sheena's artwork and you think they are absolutely stunning. Great price for those, you'll see that on the website. However, how about you'd like to throw in 4 rocker blocks of different sizes, 6 of our tri-blend brush pens, and of course going to have lots of inspiration as to how to use those throughout the show tonight. And you'd also want a pack of your Nina cardstock. That's 16 sheets, 216 GSN in total, perfect for use with those tri-blend brush markers. So what about me saying to you, get all the stamps, pay just an extra £3, and just for an extra £3 I'm going to throw in all of those additional items at the top. One absolutely unbelievable deal to get brand new stamps, 4 sets of brand new stamps, pens, cardstock and rocker blocks for that incredible Platinum Club price of £27.98 or $40.70. Isn't that just absolutely brilliant? To get all those additional items for just an extra £3, that is what makes it a true showstopper of a deal. But of course, as we've mentioned throughout the day, that is our pick of the day. So that means that went live this morning. A lot of you guys have already gone for that. You can see that you're loving that value, you're loving those designs, you're loving the fact that you're getting all those additional items for just £3. But of course, with it being a pick of the day, it means you've only got until 10:59 a.m. tomorrow morning to take advantage of that deal. I did mention if you just want to go for the stamps on their own, I mean, me and Sheena were saying this before the show, why would you? Even if you've already got the pens, at the end of the day, they are actually a consumable, giftable as well. If you've got the pens, give them to a crafty friend. Nina cardstock, we always need to stock up on that. And rocker blocks, can you really have too many? Some in your craft room, some in your craft tote. Perhaps you're going to have some of them in the caravan if you go in your caravan over the summer. For £3 extra, all of those extra items, for me it's a no-brainer, but if you do want to check out the website, you'll see the stamps on their own. Now, we've seen how lovely the designs are. We've seen a few samples on that little stand there, but we've got lots more inspiration coming up. So I'm going to throw over to Sheena, who I know has got some amazing samples that she'd love to share with you.
Right, so we're gonna do this at the top of the hour.
Oh wow!
We're going to colour berries in. These berries can be any colour you want. The team was saying, well, what berries are they? Well, Debbie's coloured them in like blueberries, which I'm a blueberry me, and summer fruits. So yeah,
they are absolutely.
When I drew them like rose hips in mind. But we've got yellow berries, we've got red berries, we've got blueberries. So any colour you want, because they're your berries. So that's what we're going to do that day. Oh, my producer's just saying, what was the weird berries? The boysenberries.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, they're not your boysenberry. Yeah, your boysenberries like huge. People across the pond, you'll know, Knott's Berry Farm and the boysenberry. Just saying. People think they think I've made it up, don't you?
No, do you know what? See, you'll laugh at this. I have heard of a boysenberry.
Have you?
And I'll tell you why I've heard of a boysenberry. Some of you guys at home might know, one of our colour blend pencils, the colour of that pencil is boysenberry.
Ah,
and I remember opening the box thinking, what on earth is this berry?
I bet it's purpley, is it?
Yes, it's a lovely deep purple. There you go. Crafting teaches you all sorts.
Boysenberry is like a bigger blackberry, and they're amazing. They're gorgeous.
Ooh,
yeah, they're lovely.
They sound yummy.
Yeah, there you go. But it's not boysenberry, so all of that was for naught.
Oh, okay. Well, it could be.
I will do your boysenberry stamp next.
Coming up in the next launch, a boysenberry stamp.
We'll cover the boysenberry. Any berries, I'm your woman.
Absolutely.
So we've got this one. Isn't that stunning? I love that Debbie's. What she's done, she's used the pens to create this background here using the isopropyl alcohol or rubbing alcohol, and the pens with a no line stamp effect, which we're going to do. We're going to do this ASAP. More inspiration for you. I'm going to leave that there so I can remember that that's the one I'm doing. Works fabulous with pencils on craft card. We're mixing them up here for you guys. Love this. So delicate. A little bit of matte and layering. So these are a little bee. Look how cute the little bee. So these stamps are A6. They're photopolymer, so they are the top grade material that stampers want. That's what we want. That's the dream materials, photopolymer. Clear stamps aren't all equal. Some of them are acrylic, and that's fine, but photopolymer they're deeper etched and they're really hard wearing, so you can do more techniques with photopolymer than you can with your acrylic. Even though they're A6, they are the size of, get it right.
Get there in the end.
There you go. You're all just feeling a bit dizzy then.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Hang on to your sofas. Right, so basically, they're A6, but I've made, look how big the images are. So you can make them expand really easily over a larger format card, or it's upside down again. There you go. Hey, another little waltzer thing there. But you can also use them in a smaller. They will fit on an A6 because that was what they saw, smaller format too. So whether you want them larger, smaller, use the elements, cut them out, make yourself a little border with them, as Sharon's done here. More colouring inspiration here, just really pretty. They don't need a lot of going on in the background because everything's going on in the stamp. I'll get it right so one time. There you go. I just want to see everybody sway a bit.
Oh, it's that strong tea, don't it? It's a strong tea. Blame it on the strong tea.
Yeah, so that one, and that one actually you can use either way, so it would work that way as well. Can you see?
Yeah, absolutely.
Either way the berries work, and actually you could use it sideways.
Yeah.
So there you go, that was deliberate. I should have warned you before I did take you on a little roller coaster ride there. And just simple, different colours. These images lend themselves to loads of different colours, so whatever your favourite colour scheme is, whatever in the materials today we've been using, we've been loving the peace and tranquility of colouring in with our fabulous tri-blend markers. They are just, I'm loving them. Alcohol colouring like I've never known before. So much easier. Isn't that pretty, that one? I love that.
So striking.
So that's using the colour blend pencils on craft card with a bit of bling. Look, see? So you could use your sparkle pen on there, or you could use a bit of a dimension paste, just dab it on. You know, the clear one, so it's not, a little bit of a highlight. I like the contrast between the matte, very earthy background, and then that lovely pop of the white, and then this little bit of bling. It's all about mixing up the textures, and again, look at how cool that is. But that looks very festive.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I absolutely think that could be a Christmas card. I'd put a little bit of glitter on the berries, and that would be spot on for a Yuletide felicitations.
Oh, blimey! Wow.
Well, yeah, that was
straight out of a Dickens novel, that wasn't it?
Yeah, well, anybody who watched The Good Life, Lily, which was way before your time, Petal, and Margot Ledbetter would know that was a Christmas greeting this year. Yuletide felicitations, Jerry.
Funny.
It's great, isn't it? I actually made myself a T-shirt, with Yuletide felicitations on. Oh, you need to vinyl cutter. Yeah,
you'll need to wear that around Christmas.
I will wear it at Christmas. I will. And I'm going to wish everybody Yuletide felicitations.
Brilliant, love it.
So there's some inspiration for you with them.
Absolutely
fab.
love that.
Yeah, and the team are amazing.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Real?
The Inkettes, that's right. They sound like they should be like a dance troupe from the
Yes.
1940s or something, don't
do.
they? Exactly like the Rockettes, yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think they dance. They're best stable and colouring in.
Yeah, dancing and colouring doesn't go hand in hand. You need a nice steady hand when you're colouring. No dancing at the same time.
No dancing. No dancing. Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they're great. They're great with a pen. They'll do that fabulous.
certainly
Shall we
are.
have a bit of colouring in?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, let's get straight into it.
So let's do an homage to this one. No, it's not going to be.
Wow.
Even if I had created this card beforehand and I was doing it again, it wouldn't be a carbon copy. Because every time you do something and you're colouring in, you've got all the variables. So we're going to do something that looks like that. I love what Debbie's done is give that look of gold. You know, when it looks, it's not easy to give the impression of a gold swirl, but you can do that with clever colouring. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have my Nina card ready, right? And this is so important. The card is really, really important. Is that the one I've got to size? Yep, that card is the one I want. You wouldn't use your watercolour card or your multi-purpose card for your pens. You need the Nina. It's made for purpose. Okay, so what we're going to do as well, Lily, is we're going to do a no-line stamping.
Oh, this is one of my favourite techniques. I love this technique.
I just think it looks so cool, doesn't it? So I've found that I was using the water reactive ink pads for this to start with. But I've actually, with use now that I've been here, you know, now when I'm getting round all the products and trying them out, putting them through the proper paces, I found that my absolute favourite is the opaque pigment because you get a really lovely line with them. Yeah, and they seem to be a little bit more kind of paler.
Yes.
So the sharper line, and they seem to be a little bit paler. And that's what I want, absolutely. So I've just rocked forward and look at that with the rocker block. So those of you who haven't got any means of stamping yet, you're looking at that bundle thinking, wow, could I really just do everything like them? Yeah, you can.
Absolutely.
That's it. You've got, now that's pale, and I'm hoping, if I lift this up a little bit, there's nothing missing.
Just about
you can see everything is stamped beautifully there. All right, that's exactly brilliant camera work. Look at that.
Beautiful.
What about now? Right, so there you go. So now what we'll do? I shouldn't have had that strong cup of tea.
That's what it is. That we'll blame everything on that cup of tea. Anything that goes wrong, we'll blame the cup of tea.
Blame the cup of tea. Blame the cup of tea.
Blame the cuppa.
Right. So what I'm going to do before I do anything, I've got a choice. First of all,
choices.
The tri-blend come in two options. They come in a brush nib, which I really do love the brush nib.
I have to say it's my favourite.
I do love the brush nib. And they come in a bullet nib. Let me show you the difference before we do anything else. Let me just take a bit of the, because you might want to know about that. And you might want to know about alcohol pens and why as well. Alcohol pens came into popularity, 15 plus year ago. They all of a sudden they appeared on the, I remember them from art college when you would do like mock-ups of an idea, and you'd do like an idea of a finished kind of like project. You would use them for that. But when they came into the the paper crafting world, the reason that they were so popular is they made colouring and blending accessible and achievable for everybody.
Absolutely. Because
the alcohol, first thing, the colours are so vibrant and clean and crisp. But the other thing was the alcohol, because when it lays down, it doesn't leave any lines, like, you know, those old-fashioned like markers we had when we were kids, the kids' markers. You would clearly see where one colour finished and another one started. But with the alcohol pens, and with the little bit of techniques like I'm doing here, feathering the edges and blending them in and getting the right colours to blend, you get a really lovely a lay down of colour, and anybody can achieve it. But the issue was, before tri-blend, you would need to find 3 colours which would blend together. Because if I wanted to go, Lily, from that colour there, right, to this colour here, with watercolour, I would just add water to that and blend it into that. Simple. But alcohol pens don't work like that. You need a middle, you need a mid-ground, a bridge. between the two.
Absolutely.
So that's what Leanne's cleverly done. She's put those 3 blend necessary colours in one pen. And the difference, if you haven't used these while you're out, and you've tried alcohol colouring before, but you haven't used the tri-blend, honestly, go for that bundle and give them a try and let me know. I want to know what you think, because I bet you think, wow, that's totally different than it used to be.
Absolutely.
Because it's so much more usable. I find them so much more user-friendly. Because like this, I've already got the pen in my hand. I'm not sitting looking for another pen now. All I have to do is take the lid off that and know that that's my next one. Pop that in there, take that lid off that one and know that this is my last colour. It's so, they're just very, very kind of easy to work with because of that.
Yeah,
Does that make
absolutely.
sense? Yeah.
I'd say they're almost foolproof, really. It just makes it so, so simple. You don't need to know anything about colour theory. You don't need to have ever had any sort of art training or even coloured before. You literally can just pick up, like Sheena's showing you here, one pen, and you know the 3 colour tones within that pen are going to blend together beautifully. You can get those professional results even when you're a beginner, which I think is absolutely incredible.
So
Also,
this is the difference, Lily, with the brush and the bullet. The bullet is
yes.
still quite soft.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for small detailed stamps, that might be your comfort zone, that might be, and in fact the berries and things on this one would actually be useful to use these ones for that. We'll try a bit of both and let you see what they look
let's
like.
do it.
But that's it. But the paper is really important. What you should do is have a piece of paper underneath that you're colouring on.
Yeah.
Because then that takes all the anything if it bleeds through or anything like that. And then also remember when you're stamping, use a water-based ink.
Okay,
So we've got specific ink pads, haven't we, for exactly that. We have the alcohol-proof dye ink pads.
Yeah.
They're the ones to... The thing is with Crafter's Companion, again, they've taken away the mystique and the wonder.
Absolutely.
They haven't called them some, like, fancy name, Daphne. Oh, Daphne the ink pad.
Yes.
Oh no, you need Beryl for that one,
Yeah.
and Doris for the other one.
Yeah,
What?
absolutely.
No, we've called them specifically, they've called them what they are. Alcohol-proof dye, the clues are there.
Yeah, absolutely. It just makes it so easy. I mean, I know what you're saying about some ink pads. Seriously, we have to give them ridiculous names. And you look at it as a new crafter and you think, well, what on earth is this ink pad for? I like the colour, it looks lovely, it's in a lovely packaging, but what can I actually use it for? And when you're a new crafter, it can be so difficult to sort of demystify that. So I love the fact that we've made it so, so simple with our ink pads.
Absolutely, I love that. That's brilliant. So that's taken away the mystique. Yeah, we're not playing the guess game with it, which I love. So if we look at this painting here, this creation is like a painting. Actually, it's a colouring that Debbie's created. If this was, I'm going to go through the process that you would do. If you look online and you look at one of the team's fabulous creations, one of the inkettes, one of the cards, and you look and you see that, and you think, I want to create that, but you just ask. If you join the inkettes, you can just ask them and they'll tell you. But if not, if you look and you think, right, look at your colour chart, always make a colour chart before you do anything. That is essential. So I'm sure she's used citrus here.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing I'm going to find is my citrus. So this is the bit where I might lose you for a bit. No, there it is. Citrus.
Oh, you got it?
Right,
wow, that was quick.
Got it. That was good. That was the best it's been all day, Lily. You've benefited
it's that
from
cup of tea, strong cup of tea's done it.
It hasn't been that seamless, believe me. And possibly dark green. She might have used a bit of dark green in there.
Possibly,
She could have used a bit of earth brown, even. This colour's brown.
Mix them in.
Let's just go with dull green. I really feel like I need to have a little campaign to liberate dull green.
I have
Wouldn't
to
it
say,
be horrible if, what colour are you? I'm
dull green.
Yeah, lilac or
hydrangea.
Jade green.
Yeah.
What's your name? Dull.
Dull green.
Dull. No, dull green. Yeah.
I have to say as well, it's my favourite green actually. Out of all the tri-blends, it's my favourite one.
I love it.
It's the one I use the most.
Yeah, I love that green. It's just a lovely mid-green. You can see that there. This one's like a yellowy green. So green is basically yellow and blue, isn't it?
Yeah.
So to make a cool green, that would be a cool green because it's got more blue tones in it. It's cool. It's got more... this one is definitely a more yellowy green because it's got more yellow in it. And that's kind of right in the middle. I love that. Yeah. Dull green. So there's nothing dull about that green.
No, it's brilliant. Brilliant green.
Liberate the dull green. So we've got that. And then we're looking at the purple as well. So I'm thinking... purple looks pretty much it. Purple. And it's got... See how it's got a bluey kind of colour around there.
Yeah.
I think Deborah Durand could have been tricky, and she's got a bit of pink in there. You've got to watch her, this Durant, you know.
She's a sneaky one, clearly.
We'll definitely say purple. We'll say purple, Lily.
I think hydrangea. I think it's got a bit of hydrangea in there. What do you think?
Do you think hydrangea? Yeah, hydrangea's cool. Yeah, hydrangea could be hydrangea.
Could be.
Actually, it might be more hydrangea, Lily. I'm going to go with you. I'm going to say let's do
the
hydrangea.
pressure.
But I do still think there's a bit of a bluey tone in there.
There's a darker around the edge, isn't there?
Yeah, I think maybe let's try True Blue, Baby, I Love You. It's a bit of Madonna
There you go.
All right, so that's it. We're ready to go. That was painful, I know, but we're good.
We got there in the end.
That was pretty, but it is part of the process. That's what you would be doing,
Absolutely.
is it not? We haven't got to the gold blend bit yet, but we'll start with that. So shall we start with the berries, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go with, so this is the way I would tackle these. So I've looked at Debbie's, but I thought, right, we're just going to go with what I would do anyway now. So I would go over the whole of the berry with the lighter colour, like that, just to define that's the berry there. Because what we've got, we haven't got that clear dark line to define one area to the next. So we need to be careful to not give ourselves too much to do by obliterating everything too much too soon. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it
so
certainly
we'll
does.
try with those three. Then I'm going to go with this mid colour here. So this is going to be definitely further around at the base of the berry. We want to highlight on these, yeah? So we'll try that around the base, like that. And same here. So this is like kind of spherical kind of colouring. Okay, so if you've done any of that with Leanne, with the,
Academy of Colour?
teaching you how to colour, that's all good. And then I'm going to go with a darker one, the darkest, just around where there's be less light. So imagine where there's going to be a little bit less light coming in there, and we'll see that's going to be down there like that. And under here, the bit in the middle, I'm leaving for a little black kind of like little bit where the stalk attaches. Yeah. So we'll try this just about here like that. There's actually more of this darker tone than I thought, but you can always, it's easier to, I still think, start lighter and then go darker.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's just see. Oh, it could have been, I tell you what, Lily, as well, it could have been. I bet Debbie's there thinking, oh, that's not it, that's not the one.
Yeah, probably shouting
it
at the
could
screen.
be a brown, okay?
Yeah.
Like for a grey, it could be ice grey.
Yep, that could be
Let's
it.
try ice grey. Is that the one I just had? No, it's a bluey one. Again, talk amongst yourselves. This is where if you've got the shelving, just put them in.
It does make a
It's so
big
much
difference,
easier.
doesn't
It's
it?
quicker,
Yeah,
isn't it?
absolutely
And
does.
I'm going to go around like this. Ooh, that's dramatic.
Yeah.
Could be one step too far, Lily.
I'm not sure. Can blend it out always.
I think we can.
You'll
yeah.
make it
can
work,
we fix
I'm sure.
it?
Yes, we can.
Lily reckons we can.
Yeah, I
so
think so.
then
I've got
we'll just
total
blend
faith.
that with the darkest of the hydrangea colour. And then we're going to get that darker tone going on like that. Now we can come back to that. I don't want to over wet it at this stage too much, but it's looking quite domed, isn't it? Looks
Yeah,
quite
absolutely.
3D, which is what we're trying to achieve. So let me just put this little highlight back there like that. And then we'll move on and do another couple of berries. So let's try that same thing and we'll get a cluster going. So let's do this one here.
Okay.
Yeah, Deborah's commenting apparently about taking her name in vain. Yeah.
We've had a lot of comments, a lot of people joining us this evening. We've got Liz R. Oh, she's saying hello early. She's about to start and make some coronation chicken, and so will be a bit sticky. There you go. Zoe Carver saying good evening. We've got Lynn Blackedge, Go Live Granny. Phil Watson saying good evening. Faye Parks, LJ Craft, Jan Mitchell, Barbara Art coming in from Indiana. BJ Clark from Oysterville. I always think that sounds fabulous, Oysterville. Melanie Day. Oysterville. Where are you from? I'm from Oysterville. It does have a real ring to it, doesn't it? Mary Beth Doyle's in. Jane Quigley's in. Oh, Lynn Blackedge had blueberries and pancakes this afternoon. Ooh.
Nice.
Or BJ Clark saying she loves washing Sheena and she's learned so much from her techniques. I've got Roseanne Carbone, Mary Pat 1000's joining us, Coletta Cooper, Brenda Monroe, Eleanor's joining us. Gosh, so many people joining us this evening. It's lovely to have your company. got lots of people saying that they're loving the tri-blends. A lot of people saying they fell instantly in love with them. A few people singing now. True Blue Baby, I Love You. I've heard a few people sing that in the comments. It's like they're all singing now. It doesn't take much, does it?
It doesn't. That's all I have in my head. It's just song lyrics, references, films, comedies, things like that. Yeah, nothing of any, like, it's going to make a lot of difference. Just the good stuff, I think. So this one, I don't want to do too much because it started to get really wet. I really I want to blend that out a little bit more, but it's a little bit wet still. But I am going to go in just with that mid grey. I think instead of that darkest grey, I'm going to just go over there just to give it a little bit more definition and contouring with the darker one.
Yeah.
And then go with this mid here.
That looks fabulous. They look so dimensional already, don't they? They do look like they're
just nice to just build them up, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got the mid one there. Let's do, and the light, we'll put the dark on. Then I'm going to leave it a little bit because when I'm going to wet it, it's going to be really wet. So, and it's a small area and there's a lot of ink in these pens. So I'm going to move on to another bit and then come back and do a darker shade. So layer it up, yeah?
Yeah.
Because I don't want it to feather too much, even though the Nina's will prevent that. It's still, we want to give it a bit of help to not do that. So we'll start with the lighter again here, the darker, a little bit around there, and then the darkest around the outside on this one, because it's kind of a full kind of sphere, this one. It's a full circle.
Yeah.
So we can see the whole thing like that. So we just really are looking at the highlight more than anything on this at the minute, and we'll come back to do that. While they're drying, we can move on and do a little bit with the leaves, couldn't we?
Oh yeah, let's have a look at the leaves.
So we do a little bit of this one. Let's try that one there. So I love this. This is the citrus one. Really pretty, bright, juicy green, that one.
It's a lovely summery green, isn't it? Nice spring summer green.
Isn't it? It's pretty.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah. So that's the light. Now we're going to go with the next one, which is the medium one. And maybe try a little bit there, maybe a bit there. And yeah, let's do that. And then I'm going to go back with the light just to blend those two bits in together, soften them a little bit, okay? So it's less of an obvious kind of line. So I'm using little circles here to fade that out a little bit, that bit I just added there. Yep. But I may darken it again. It's just trial and error. Just try it out and see what you get in, and then you can do a little bit more, add a little bit more if that's what you want. And don't worry, with this no line version, if you want to extend a little bit and think, oh, I've gone out the line, it doesn't matter because you can't see the line anyway. Yes. So it's kind of like a nice way to take a bit of pressure off yourself, isn't it? So I definitely think, did I use that? I was thinking that wasn't very citrusy, and I realised I picked the wrong one up, Lily. Oh, well. I was thinking that looks a bit dull to me. Oh, you know what I'd call that? I'd call that dull green.
Well, would you? Well, funnily enough, that's also what Leanne's called that colour. Would you believe? Dull green.
I thought it wasn't looking as bright as I wanted it to look. But yeah, we definitely need to tell Leanne we need a campaign to...
Yeah, I think Nicola's right. We do need to come up with a name first. So then we can say, look, Leanne, we don't like this name. We think such and such would be better. So
you know what we should call it? Essential green.
Essential green. Oh, yeah.
I like that. Essential green.
Me too.
See how much more important it feels now?
Yeah. Feels valued for once. For the first time in its life, it feels valued.
It's like I was talking about Danny Kaye. Anybody in America who remembers Danny Kaye, just let me know. And there was a little thing called Tubby the Tuber. And it's like essential greens now become all like important, like Tubby the Tuber did that time in the orchestra. And if it's scaring you now, just let it go. It'll be fine. But anybody who knows what I mean, just please message in, because people will think I've lost me marbles completely. Yeah,
I'm sure we'll have some people commenting. I'll have a look out for that one.
Look for that one.
Yes, certainly will.
Danny Kaye, Tubby the Tuber. It's a classic. Right, so we've got two different greens going on there, but that's okay. We can blend them in a little bit. We can use one and the other together. It'll be fine.
At the end of the day,
problems.
if you were to look at a real plant with leaves and everything like that, they wouldn't all look exactly the same, would they, in terms of colourway? So I think we can get away with it. I think we'll be absolutely fine. No one will know. Just the way the light's bouncing off it just looks a little bit of a different green.
Yeah, and you know
No
what?
problem.
The thing is, Lily, with different greens, it's what you want in a colouring range is different greens, because it can be so difficult to differentiate one bit of foliage from the next if it's just greenery that's out there. You know, if it's like a country scene, you absolutely need more than one green so that you can see definition from one plant, from one tree to the next.
Yeah.
Or they all just kind of merge in together. So it's nice to mix it up as well. So
Yeah.
that's my defence. There you go.
There we go. Do you know what? You actually did it on purpose. It was
I did do it
entirely
on
intentional.
purpose.
There we go. No one will know.
It was my gift to you. So you can see how that's coming on anyway there with the different greens. We'll put this citrus one, that's the mid one, isn't it? So let me just put that around to there. So normally I like to start with the light, but because I had that in my hand and I realised I'd started it, I've made sure that I've put that in the middle area. Then I'm going to go to the light. Go to the light with the lighter green.
Fabulous. It does really start to take shape, doesn't it? It looks very realistic, very dimensional, and such a joy to colour. I mean, I'm stood here and my fingers are itching to get colouring. I just think, wow, it looks like such a joy to colour this image. And you'll have exactly the same joy with all 4 stamp sets across the collection. Don't forget, as part of that Showstopper, our pick of the day, not only are you getting those 4 brand new stamp sets from Sheena, you're also getting, just for an extra £3, your pack of rocker blocks, your 16 sheets of Nina cardstock, and 2 packs of tri-blend brush pens, exactly the same sort of pens that Sheena's shown us right now. So an incredible saving on that. It takes your Platinum Club price down to just £27.98 or $40.70. But don't forget, that's your pick of the day. Double points on that one as well, with it being our pick of the day, and it ends that deal at 10:59 tomorrow morning. So you're going to have to go quite quickly if you're wanting to pick up those brand new stamps, some extra goodies at an incredible price.
Lovely. So I'm having just a lovely time here, Lily. Just kind of see, I've pulled that one in to mix, to kind of blend in with that other one a little bit. So if you want to do the odd leaf to kind of make that one not look as on its own, you know, the one that I used the different green on, you absolutely can do that too. So we'll come back to these ones here and we'll do a little bit of that blending on the berries, and I want to use the mid colour here. So rather than straight in with that darker colour, I'm going to use that mid, the ice grey.
Yep.
And just go around there like that. Just to give it, again, a dimension. Now, this one's behind that, so I want that bit there to be darker.
Okay.
Can you see just where it's sitting behind that one there?
And I mean, you put all the clues into that stamped artwork already, don't you? You give us the clues as to where the light and shade is going to be, which makes it a lot easier when you are colouring. You've sort of got that indication as to where the light's going to be hitting, where the shade is going to be on an image. So it just makes it an awful lot easier when you are deciding where those highlights are going to be when you're colouring.
Absolutely, Lily. That's exactly it. Yeah, that's exactly what. And that's where if you just designed, if I started to design stamps before I was a stamper, you wouldn't know those things. But because I, used stamps before I started designing, I did art way before I started to use stamps. But that kind of, you need to do that. It's like treading the boards before you just design the stamps, because then you understand what a stamper needs, because you're using them the way other people are going to be using them.
I always say that's the difference, and I think it's so noticeable, especially with your product, Sheena. As I'm sure you know, I've been a fan of your stamps for many, many years, but it is so noticeable and it makes a massive difference. It's all going to well being able to draw pretty pictures and turn them into stamps, but making them into actually very usable and craftable stamps is a whole different ball game. And if you've never tried any of Sheena's products before, do absolutely give them a go, and you will love working with them. You'll find it makes a huge difference, and they are just such a joy. It doesn't matter what sort of colouring medium you like to use, whether it be paints, whether it be your pens like Sheena's showing here, or even if you just stamp them and heat emboss, leave it in black and white for a super striking look. You'll get fabulous results every single time.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that's great, because I can say that till the cows come home, but to hear someone like Lily, who's a stamper and used them, before we met, then that's brilliant. Thanks, Lily. because that's the mission, to make it
Absolutely.
as achievable, because I wouldn't be able to keep doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't have done it as long as I could if it wasn't that you could do it too.
Yeah.
That's my job. That's my role in this the whole thing, is to design things, then show you how you can do your own thing. And you know what? If your thing looks better than my thing, that's me doing my job better. Because it's not about what I can do. It's about what I can inspire and teach and show and encourage you to do with the products that I bring to you and design for you. So, yeah, that's the best thing.
As well, I've had a little sneaky peek of some of your upcoming designs. Oh my gosh.
Do you like them?
Oh, do I like them? Blimey. I had to show Liam earlier today in the office and we were both kind of squealing. We were very, very excited. So if you're liking what you're seeing now, I think you're probably, perhaps you're even brand new to Sheena, I think you're probably going to want to start collecting her stamps for sure, because there's some absolute corkers coming up for the rest of this year and beyond. So definitely start on that journey now. Even if you're brand new to colouring, I think Sheena's shown us how easy it is to work with her stamps and get those amazing results. All it is about that inspiration and having the correct tools for the job. That's all it comes down to.
Absolutely, and just a little bit of instruction, the right kind of instruction. It's like everything. You go, oh, and the thing's only as good as you know what to do with it. So, you know, if you're ever stuck, there's always stuff online. That we're always there. We're always, of course, every Wednesday as well. With this now, this is fantastic for me, because I get to do every week what I love to do. This is the best bit of my job. This is the bit I love, because, like I said earlier, I'm a people person. I like to be around people, and teaching is fabulous. So, you know, being a quiet artist who just sits alone and just doesn't sing anybody, it was never going to happen. That was not of any interest to me. Thank you very much.
No, boring.
So, you know, this is the bit that I love. So yeah, and any questions? If you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, what's that? Just shout up as well, because you're probably doing somebody else a favour, because they probably want to ask that question you've asked.
Absolutely.
And so you've helped them out.
We have had one question come in. This is from Heidi Hess. Sheena, we've been told when using alcohol inks to use a spare sheet of paper under the project.
I know.
Is it just in case you've forgotten?
If it's really wet and it's flooding through and it can bleed and come through the back again, that's definitely an issue. But I forgot again. But there you go. I know. Don't tell Leanne now. Yeah, but it's basically, that's what it's for, is if it does come through really wet and starts smudging all over the back and then coming through the front again. So, yeah, don't worry too much if you forget like that. It's not, you know, it hasn't ruined what's going on top kind of thing.
No, I mean, we all forget from time to time, let's be honest. But yeah, it's always best to have that underneath if you can. Not many questions. We're just having a lot of people absolutely loving the demonstrations, saying that it's, every time Sheena's on, it's inspiring us to colour. I could not agree more. I know what I'll be doing as soon as I get home tonight, straight in the craft room. My tri-blends will be out, that is for sure. Do love my tri-blends.
Bless, thank you. It's I've just had a lovely day just colouring. It's been nice and peaceful and calming, and just, you know, it's a slower pace than doing all the inky backgrounds and things, but it's lovely. And the good thing is as well, this is so transportable, like you said at the start. We've got a fab camper van, and I wouldn't take all of the inks and everything and water and everything like that, but I'd take these, and I can sit in the evening and do some colouring and, you know, work in a sketchbook even with colouring in things with this, because that's what we tend to do at home, is you know, work in sketchbooks and things. So this is perfect for that, because they're much more environment friendly than all the wet, you know, the messy stuff, aren't they?
Definitely, yeah. And I find as well, I tend to, if I'm going away, perhaps I'm going on the train and visiting family with an overnight stay, I tend to bring my tri-blends, just because you've got basically 3 pens in one. So instead of bringing my Classics and Illustrators, when I'd have to bring more pens to be able to get those 3 different colour tones, I find that the tri-blends, they take up so much less space, so they're ideal if you are crafting on the go. And as well, if space is limited in your craft room, I mean, quite frankly, whose craft room has unlimited space? I think we all struggle with our storage. These are absolutely ideal, because of course they take up less space than having multiples of your other pens like your Classics and Illustrators, so they're great on that front as well.
I think as crafters, Lily, even if we get the extra space, we'll fill it.
Oh, absolutely. Within 5 minutes, yeah.
Oh, seriously.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Keep increasing the space, my size, my room, the table. And then, oh, look, what do you know? There's no surface left again.
Absolutely. And it's the same with the workspace. Wherever you're working, you could have the world's biggest table. You end up working in a square that's about 8 by 8 inches square. Yeah, it's always the same. We're never satisfied. We can always fill space, that is for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Never a problem, because I would like to have all the stuff out, you know,
Oh,
if
I'm
it's
the
out there,
same.
I'll remember to use it. If I put it away, it's like, oh, I've got to find it now, so it's just easier, just leave it out.
Oh, yeah. And I find it a lot more inspiring if you can see the products in front of you. I find it also inspiring. I don't want them all away in a cupboard. I want to look at them, especially with the pretty colours like your pens and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
You make connections if they're there, if you look at them and you make it, because I mean, this is a visual thing, you know, this is a very visual craft, isn't it? So you need to see the things, and if your brain works like in a visual fashion and making the connections, then this is our defence. All those people who keep saying, you need to tidy up, I'm working that mess, just listen on, because this is our cry now to you.
Absolutely. Yeah? We've got to say it loud and clear, because some people just do not understand, but no, we've not got time for tidying either. We'd much rather be colouring, quite frankly.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault. We're just creating. So are those berries looking 3D?
They certainly are. Honestly, you could think that was like a 3D embossing folder with colouring over the top. They look that 3D. Amazing.
Well, that's what, so it's just building it down, then getting brave about that dark. So the dark, definitely, I think I've isolated, whether it was what Deborah used or not, I'm liking this cool, the grey for that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because a cool colour, the purple is kind of cool up kind of tones in the berries for the shadows, as working best with that. So I'm going to, and I have used just all the brush pen. I know we said we'd use the others, but I just thought we'd just move on and continue with that, just so that you can see what it looks like. We can maybe try a little bit with the bullet ones as well shortly on something else, or even on these ones we could continue. What colour did we use? Hydrangea.
Yeah.
Let me see if the hydrangea. Let's go to the bullet one for these ones. Yeah.
Let's have a look
and see what they work like. I'm really liking the brush effect there.
Yeah.
But let's see what the bullet ones will do. So obviously we don't put as much down. It's not putting as much wet ink on there, which is but we've got more control. Can you see there's more? The line is a little bit more defined.
Yeah.
So if you're finding trouble doing it with the brush, because you're thinking, oh, that's a small image, I need a little bit more, like dexterity problems, you're not having, it's not good working for you. You could always just then go to this option and do your bullet nib option. So I'm just continuing the same deal, just with that mid one now. There's very little of the lighter one left, to be honest, by the time I've done it, but just that being there did help the other layers blend. Even though I've kind of covered up most of that light, it still helped me get a nice blend on the rest of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's one of the things we always say, isn't it? It's much easier to blend wet ink than it is onto dry card. So it does just make it a lot easier to work that way.
Yeah, absolutely. So that was the darkest I think I just used then, didn't I? Yeah, so what we need to do now is get there with the, let me say that, cool ice grey. It's ice grey. I was going to cool grey, ice grey. So let's put that there, like that.
Oh, I'm loving this comment from Tracy. She's saying, I'm going to save this show for my hubby to hear I mustn't clean, I must craft more. He's always on my ear to tidy up my craft space. Well, yes, Tracy's hubby, she doesn't need to clean, she needs to craft more. You know, we're creative people, that's what it's all about. So no tidying, no cleaning, all crafting there. You've got our word for it. So make sure your hubby watches this show for sure.
Yeah, I back that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. We've seconded that and thirded it. So definitely the way to be. Oh, Lisa Wells' way is also saying, I've been wanting to try these for a while now. I think she means the tri-blends, that is. Today's the day. Oh, exciting. You have to let us know which ones have you gone for. Have you gone for your bullets? Have you gone for your brush nib? Have you gone for both? I have to say, my favourite is probably the brush nib, but I do use both. I think they've both got the uses. They've both got different characteristics and benefits, so it's definitely worth having both nibs if you can in your crafty stash.
Yeah, absolutely. I concur. I think the grey is a darker blend in the brush.
Okay.
The dark grey is darker
Yeah.
than the dark grey and the bullet ones.
Okay.
So I might go over with the brush on these ones I've just done here because I want it to tie in with the others. Yeah.
Yeah.
But just so you can see what they look like, that's what they've come out with. So it is a little bit of a darker. The dark is a darker value than that other one. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So we'll put that there. We're nearly done with the berries and then we'll just get the greenery should be pretty quick. Are you okay with me going at this speed, just real time doing this?
Yeah, I mean, everyone at home is absolutely loving it. And I have to say, I am very much enjoying it. The only thing I'm not liking is I'm thinking, gosh, I wish I was colouring myself. But it is so educational, so inspirational to actually see this image start from a blank piece of paper. You saw at the very beginning, it was literally just a white piece of Nina cardstock, stamping, and now we're adding the colour. And wow, what a transformation. And I think it's absolutely brilliant to see this being done in real time, and I know you guys at home definitely concur because we've got lots of comments just loving watching this process.
Fabulous.
We will a little bit later though give you a chance to check out those baskets, so just to make sure that you do get your stamps.
So it's not just me enjoying myself, that's
No.
good. Other people are getting something out of it. It's always a bonus, isn't it?
You do wonder sometimes, don't you, when you stood there calling, you think, gosh, I'm really enjoying this, but I hope the guys at home are enjoying this as much as I am.
Yeah.
But luckily they are absolutely loving it.
So I'm going back to the brush just because that I needed that darker grey for the berries for the shading. Can you see that is a much darker one
Yeah,
there?
it is, isn't it?
And I just wanted it to tie in, and then we'll come back and do the little bits in the centre of the berries before we get to the oh, I picked the wrong one up again. Look,
Oh,
what
no.
am I like? That's the one I wanted there. Too many pens out. Probably limit your pens. But actually, it's good at the start to do what I did and pick your pens out before you start. And then they're all there ready instead of having the whole lot there. And the beauty is, how many pens have you got in a few pens?
Exactly.
You know, when you look at that, the bundle there, when you look at how many pens are there represented over just 6 pens, you've got, what, how many, 18 colours?
Yeah, it'd be 18. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. So it looks like there's not much, there's loads there.
Absolutely there is. And if you
that's
think
the
about
good-
it,
That's a good thing about it being transportable as well, Lily.
definitely.
That's a big deal. That's really good.
And as well, if you think about it, as part of that bundle, when you're buying the stamps, not only are you getting the pens and you're also getting the rock box and the cardstock as well. For those extra items, you're only paying £3 for 18 colours, rocker blocks and Nina cardstock. That is, in my brain, I know I don't do maths, I'm no Corinne for that is for sure, but that doesn't quite add up to me. So that, for me, it's got to be amazing value for money.
Oh, can Corinne do maths?
Oh gosh, yeah. Have you not seen Corinne do maths?
No,
It's
that
quite
scares
scary.
me.
Yes.
I can't know maths. Oh.
She'll be stood there and we'll say, and I'll be trying to work something out on a calculator and she'll just go, oh, it's such and such. And I'll be like, blimey. Yeah,
Just
she can
like
do
that?
mental maths. Yeah, absolutely.
Corinne, who are you?
I think she's Corinne
Wow,
Boardman.
respect. No, I'm not that woman.
No,
Yeah,
me neither.
definitely not.
I have to say I can spell, I'm quite a good speller, but maths, no, it's not happening. No.
Yes, spelling, I'm good. English, I was okay, but definitely not.
Not maths, no.
Right, so we've got all the berries coloured there now. And so we're going to speed colour some leaves. Okay, so we're putting, here's the process. We're using that lime green.
Yeah.
It's not even lime green, it's citrus
Citrus?
green blend. Lime being a citrus, yeah. So, all right, we'll pop that there. And we'll just keep going there. So we're just doing a little quiz here, so we'll let
Very
you
strange
play.
quiz, isn't it?
If you had to choose just lemon or lime, you could only have one for the rest of your life. Which one would it be, lemon or lime? Mine would be lime.
Oh,
I know,
controversial.
I love lime. I love lime. Well, because living in America, a lot of the food, the Mexican food, I used to love was lime is so important. I just love it. Lime and cilantro and lovely.
Oh, so yeah,
Oh,
Nicola
that's
agreed.
cilantro in America, but I love it. Yeah, I do. I love it. No, really like it. Love all of that. Yeah.
Oh, Yeah, I'm going to choose lemon. I do like a lemon drizzle cake. So that's all I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, but can I just throw something into the mix? Are you ready for this?
I'm
Are
ready,
you
I'm
prepared? Key lime pie. You were with
yes.
me. You were with me. Key lime pie. Now what? That's upset the apple cart,
Okay,
hasn't it?
hasn't it?
Now
An
you're
awful
thinking,
lot.
I may have gone too soon on that. Yeah.
Controversial. It's
Can I
difficult
also?
now.
Can I just throw something else in the mix?
Oh yeah.
Margaritas. Lime. Can you see? Can you get me argument now? Can you get where I'm coming from now?
I have to
Are
say
you with
now,
me?
now I'm thinking there is a brand that does a dark chocolate with lime and sea salt, and it is absolutely delicious. Oh, Sheena, you're trying to convert us here.
Yeah, you see.
Maybe
now
it's not all about the lemons.
You'll think harder next time.
Oh, is it too late now though?
Oh. What?
So Nicola's saying on the Crocs that she's wearing today, other shoes are available, but apparently they're not available, but not for Nicola, they're not available anyway. Her shoes today have a little wedge of lime, like little embellishment on them. So I'm very surprised after that she picked lemon. I don't know what she was thinking, quite frankly, but I think Sheena's probably all converted just to lime now.
Definitely. See, there you go.
There we go,
That was
yeah.
it. That was easy. You're easy persuaded, right?
Oh gosh, yeah. Cogs are turning.
Yeah. No, but it is. Yeah, it's tough, isn't it? I've just thought though as well. Lemon cheesecake, as you just said, but also lemon meringue pie.
That's true, but also lemon and lime cheesecake. I used to make a mean lemon and lime cheesecake. Both of them together, it's very nice.
Oh, what?
Oh no, Charlotte, we can't answer that. That's too hard. Your favourite dessert? No, that'd be worse than picking your favourite child. Oh, Charlotte's is creme brulee. I have to say, Charlotte,
I like a creme brulee.
I've never had one, you know.
A creme brulee?
No.
Oh no. You need a creme brulee.
Yeah. That's the one they do with the blowtorch, am I right? Yeah.
Yes, it is a blowtorch. Can you imagine like a welder's helmet in your kitchen? And a full-on blood flash dance.
Yeah.
With the water and everything. Lily, I can see it. And you're in the kitchen
brilliant.
cooking,
Yeah.
Lily.
Oh, yeah, definitely. But yes. Oh, Nicola's about to choose. Oh, Nicola, good choice. Lemon drizzle cake for Nicola. I like that. Yeah, a good lemon drizzle cake.
You have to get a good one though. Sometimes, the drizzle, they're really not like much of that there. And that's where it's all happening in that bit. The other bit's just cake without you get the drizzly bit.
Absolutely. It's got to be a good drizzle cake.
I've been disappointed too many times. I'm sorry. It's like...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really? Was it a good one?
It was a good
properly.
one.
See?
Oh, no, see, that's not a lemon drizzle cake.
I
It's
don't
got
know. You know
raspberry in.
what? I'll have to try it to let you know. Just saying, just once I... Thank you. Special request now to try this cake. Thank you. I'm your woman. Yeah. And then I'll let you know exactly. But I would hate to offer opinion without actually trying.
Yeah, well, yeah, you've always got to try these things.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of leaves on this, guys. Do you want me to keep going with the leaves, or do you want to go with something else? Are we all right? Just carrying on?
Yeah, we've got some lemon chat in the comments anyway. Old Deborah Durant has commented, with all the Greek cooking I do, it has to be lemons. You're right. Yeah, in Greek cooking, lemons is good.
Yeah.
Coletta Cooper, key lime pie, yum, yes, margarita. So Coletta, it sounds like you've chosen limes.
Colette, yeah, nice one, Colette.
Yeah,
nice
loving that.
Thank you. Nice one.
Elina's saying, I make a wicked baked lemon cheesecake. Well, you know where the studios are if you want to just pop one in the post. I don't know how well they transport, but in a jiffy bag, I'm sure it'll be fine. Rhonda Crowley's Creations, I love both lemon and limes, but, never heard of this before. When you ask for lemon in Mexico, they bring you a lime. Blimey. Surely they've got to use them in Mexico.
Well, I used to, when I lived in America, we had lemons growing in the garden.
Oh, that sounds lovely.
Just could pick a lemon and then you come back to Newcastle. That doesn't happen that much in Newcastle, just saying.
Not so much, no.
Not so much.
No, I can't say I've seen many lemons growing around here, but I might just not be looking hard enough. You never do know. Yeah. Oh, Charlotte's parents has got a lemon tree, but apparently very bad lemons. I presume they're not very juicy lemons, quite dry. Or small lemons. No, we need big juicy lemons for our cooking, that is for sure. Kay is saying limoncello made with lemons.
Oh, yeah, limoncello.
From
yeah,
her
there
Maya
is that,
lemon tree.
yeah.
She also has a Eureka lemon tree in her yard and she lives in California. There you go.
Yay.
Certainly doesn't live up the road from us here. Oh,
I do not know what a Eureka lemon tree is, but it sounds cool.
I presume it's like a variety of lemon, maybe. I presume. But
no
Nicola's on it.
idea. Must be a type of lemon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, apparently it looks like giant lemons.
What?
Giant lemons. Wow.
Is it a lemon? Is it an orange? Is it a grapefruit? We don't know.
Oh.
Wow.
Gosh, that sounds a bit scary, I'll be honest. This is an interesting one. Never heard of this before. This is from Cherry Miller. Tiramisu with coffee.
With
Oh,
what?
with lemon. Tiramisu with coffee. Oh, I read it with as with lemon. There you go. That's me reading it wrong. Tiramisu with coffee, that's her favourite. She also has...
Oh, dessert, right.
Yes,
okay, yeah,
back to the
got that,
desserts, right. Oh, tiramisu might be Nicola's. Controversial. I have to say, I don't really like a tiramisu.
You've got to be a coffee lover to like a tiramisu,
See, I do
haven't you?
I like coffee, but I like weak coffee. I don't like strong coffee.
I'm really picky with coffee.
Oh, are you
It has to be, like instant coffee is not anything like real coffee, is it?
No, it's certainly
And even
not.
then, though, Lily, I'm really picky with real coffee.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like one coffee place in Evesham that does the coffee I like. And there's loads of coffee shops in Evesham.
Yeah.
But there's one in particular.
Good grief.
So if I'm just saying, if you go to Brew Bear, just saying, word up to Brew Bear Coffee Place.
Well, if ever I'm in the area,
Yeah, shout out.
I shall
Brew Bear.
be down. But no, I don't mind a coffee, but not strong coffee. So yeah, tiramisu is not one. I have to say, there's not many desserts I dislike. I wouldn't say I dislike it, but I wouldn't choose it. No, I wouldn't choose it. Whereas Nicola would always choose it. Controversial, very controversial.
It's too tough to tie down as a dessert,
yeah.
you know.
No, you
That's
can't-
like
can't
just
say
one. Ooh.
No, no way. I know Charlotte was very quick with her creme brulee.
Yeah.
I wonder if she's regretting her choice yet, or no, she's not. Wow. Oh, yeah. For me, it's probably got to be something chocolatey. Probably brownie.
I think that's too much of a too hard, too difficult.
isn't
I've
it?
just notice how I've gone quiet now because my
Yeah.
brain can't process that. You could just have one dessert.
No, I don't think I could even do top three. It'd be difficult. So I feel like there's so many different sorts of things. I mean, are we classing chocolate in there? Would we class something like cookies, or is it going to be cake? Does it have to be a hot dessert? Gosh, my mind is absolutely spinning. It's too much. Too much
It's
for
too
this time.
much. It's too much.
It's nearly 7
cake.
o'clock.
Even if you say your favourite cake, what's your favourite cake, Lily?
Oh, it's got to be chocolate, surely.
Chocolate? Is
Yeah,
it?
chocolate fudge. A really rich chocolate fudge, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
How
I
about
used to
you?
like just a Victoria. You know, Victoria.
Oh, classic. You can't go
I
wrong.
like that. Yeah.
What
Can't-
flavour
I
of
do like
jam?
a coffee and walnut.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Coffee and walnut.
Tell you what is nice, a red velvet with cream cheese icing.
Oh,
yeah. Not had one
Red
of them in years.
velvet. Red velvet
Beautiful.
cake. They're good.
Made with properly with actual beetroot rather than just...
With cream cheese.
Oh, yes.
It's got to be with
Gotta
cream.
be
It's the best bit. It's the frosting.
Oh, yeah. It's the
the
same with any
cake
cake,
is like,
isn't it?
but the frosting. Oh,
Yeah. It's the best thing about cupcakes, isn't it? It's the
wow,
frosting.
lovely.
For sure.
Very nice.
Oh, Terry on YouTube, her choice is blueberry pie with lemon sorbet.
Ooh,
That sounds nice.
Blueberry pie, lovely. You know what I miss as well about America is the pie places where you could go and get like pies with like any kind of flavour and like go at midnight.
Why not? Why not, eh?
Yeah, I love that.
Oh, we don't have anything like that in this country at all, do we?
Wow.
Yep. Nicola's saying that's what we need in this
Emergency,
country.
midnight, need some pie. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Just sometimes what you need, perhaps you've been burning the midnight oil in your craft room, you've been up late, you think, do you know what, I need a bit of refreshment in my craft room, get yourself a pie. Perfect
Yeah,
crafting
because it's just
refreshment.
energy, you know, you
Yeah.
can burn all that energy with all your crafting. Like I need to
Absolutely.
refuel.
Perfect to do it with the pie.
Pie is what I need.
Absolutely.
Liz R saying white chocolate cheesecake. Very good choice. Liking that one. Oh, it's interesting, isn't it, when you start to think?
Cheesecake's good.
Cheesecake is good.
Yeah, I like a chocolate cheesecake, a good
Me
one.
too.
Oh, I used to make a really nice chocolate cheesecake.
Oh. I have to say, I once made a chocolate cheesecake, but the base, instead of it being a biscuit base, it was a thin layer of brownie, and it was very, very nice. Very rich, but very
Biscuit
nice.
made with brownie.
So, yeah, so instead of having your biscuit
Lily.
base like you would on a cheesecake, it was a layer of brownie.
Lily, you're just wild.
Absolutely. That is, you know, that's what it's all
Nice.
about. Brownies and cheesecakes all together.
Oh, I like that. I like it when you get a taster thing for dessert. You know, when you get lots of little ones and you don't have to decide.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's the best, because I'm that person that gets bitter at the table.
Yeah.
I never can decide what to order. And then if somebody next to me orders something better and better than mine, I'm just resentful for the rest of the night.
I have to say, one of the good things about being vegan is that quite often I don't have many options if I go out. So there might be 1 or 2 vegan options, which actually makes it a lot easier to choose. So I don't have to stand there for 2 hours thinking, shall I have this, shall I have that? It's usually like, oh, well, that's the only one I can have. So it makes it a lot easier. But yeah, having food envy, when you see somebody else and they've got a better dish than you, never good, is it? Never good at all.
Is it easy to get vegan desserts, Lily?
It is nowadays, and I have to say I do love my baking. That's one of my... I'm not a big cook, don't love cooking, but I love baking, so I bake a lot of my own desserts, lots of brownies,
I
cakes.
thought you meant bacon. I was going to say,
Bacon.
Lily.
Oh, no.
I hate to tell you, Petal, but that's not vegan.
I don't think it's vegan.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I do a lot of baking. Brownies is definitely my favourite, but...
Can you get butter, vegan butter?
Oh, yeah, you can get all sorts nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, you can get all sorts. And yeah, you can get vegan bacon as well. You can get all sorts. You can get, so I've not tried it, but you can actually get vegan black pudding.
Oh, I wouldn't want any kind of black pudding.
Oh gosh, no.
Ooh, I could live without that.
Yeah, I know some people love it, but no, definitely.
Yeah, it's just when you think about it, I don't want to. Yeah, there's things I liked when I was a kid because I didn't know what it was.
Exactly. Yeah, innocence is bliss, isn't it?
Yeah, but, and then you just don't want to think about it too much.
No, definitely not. Wow, though, just in the time that we've been chatting, look how much that's come to life. Good grief, it's come on amazingly. Doesn't that just really pop off the page? That green is absolutely gorgeous. It's so fresh, so vibrant. It just looks so 3D. Using your tri-blend to get that shading, it looks incredible. Wow.
Thank you.
And if you think the leaves, it's just 1 pen. 1 pen. Amazing. If you're using another colouring system, you'd have to have multiple pens all over the desk. You might be scrabbling around, where's my light shade, where's my dark shade? But with your tri-blends, doesn't it just make it so easy?
So much easier, Lily, so much more fun, much more less frustrating looking for the pen or dropping the pen or, it just, I really do rate these a lot. I love them. Yeah, really cool.
Just allows us to do the fun bit, doesn't it? It just takes out the bit that's not as fun. We just get to focus on the bit we love doing, the colouring.
Exactly. So I'm just mixing these 2 greens, the dull green and the citrus one, and having a play. And there's no, just trying to think of where there might be a bit of highlight somewhere, just mostly dark because they're kind of in shadow amongst these berries. They're not too light, so I'm going a little bit dark with some of them. But I think that is going to be, I think this one is got a little bit confusing here, so I'm just going to do all of this. That might just be dark, just pushed back there like that, just to simplify.
That's the beauty of stamps. You don't have to worry about it looking a certain way, or that bit has to be that part of the leaf, or that's in front, or this, that and the other. Especially with your no lines colouring technique, you can sort of go a little bit rogue if you want, like Sheena was showing us earlier. If you want to go outside the lines, then absolutely go for it. There's nothing stopping you. You don't have to follow that line exactly. Just sort of enjoy it. Just go a little bit rogue if you find that easier.
Absolutely, Lily. Absolutely. And the good thing is sometimes when you try something that you would think, that might not work, I don't know, and they go, whoa, who knew? It does, it works great, and that's a keeper. Yeah, so, yeah, definitely. And that's how we discover things, just trying them, isn't it?
Definitely.
Trial and error. So, we're nearly there. Well, I think I'm going to put the swirl in shortly because I think I might lose where that is going if I don't do it. Because it's getting a bit close to some of the leaves that are coming up in the background. So I want to define which is swirl and which is stems and stalks from the plant. So that's my next mission. So I'll get this bigger one done here, like that.
And would you always sit down and colour in that full image, or would you perhaps colour in the left half and then leave it if you've not got time, then come back and do it another section?
That's the beauty of the pens as well, isn't it? You can do that with these because it's not like a watercolour. There, you've started a background. You've got to finish it really, or you're going to end up with a line. You know, if you're doing wet into wet, you've got to do it. You know, you can't hang around. But with these, you can't you? You can come back to it whenever you want.
Yeah, that's the beauty in it, especially if you are new. Perhaps you're looking at that full image and thinking, I'm not quite sure whether I'm going to have time to colour this full image. I've only got maybe half an hour on an evening, and you're sort of thinking, is this going to be for me? Well, absolutely break that image down, do a section, maybe a section in the evening, and you'll start to build up that image. And as you go through perhaps a week, then you will end up with that finished result, and it's so satisfying to actually work up and build up that image from basically nothing, from a blank piece of paper, and ending up with that finished piece of artwork, something to be really proud of. There's something so satisfying and super enjoyable about that as well.
Absolutely, and you're learning. You know, the more you do, the more you're learning, and you're discovering things, and that's the best way to do it. Is you can read and look in the theory and watch and listen until the cows come home, but eventually you've got to pick up the pen and just do it, and that's the best time to learn. Because, and it's just a bit of paper. If it doesn't work out great, you go, okay, I will what not to do the next time. Or it could be fabulous, and you go, oh wow, who knew? Which is brilliant. So yeah, just do it. Just have a go. You'll be surprised at what you can do, I'm sure, and all will be good. So I think what I'm going to do this swirly colour with this. I'm going to use gold brown for this.
Okay.
And I think I'm going to use the little ones for this as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put the lighter colour on first, like this. Just the bullet points are just easier to control for this.
I love the way you called them the little ones to
The
start
little
with.
ones, the little ones, yeah.
The little ones.
The little ones.
Oh.
So I'm just defining where the swirl is. And just take your time with this. Anchor your hand. You can see where I've got my hand anchored on the desk. And I'm just using my wrist to kind of keep it steady for myself. But also, don't worry too much if you go outside the line, because you can make it a bit bigger and thicker than it is anyway. It's your call. It's your composition, which is what I did previously when I used the brush nib. I did expand it and make it a bit thicker on some of them. And especially when you're doing this no line version, because nobody knows, there isn't a line to tell it otherwise, is there?
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, and I think that's going to take away some of the fear of colouring, perhaps you're new to colouring, and I think we all get a little bit hung up about staying within the lines. I think probably what we were taught at school, that you had to colour within the lines, but go outside the lines, go rogue. It absolutely looks fabulous. I always think going outside the lines a little bit, make it a feature, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's all in the artistic license. That's how it makes it more fun. When you start, you kind of baby steps, and you're kind of thinking, oh, I better do it like this, and I'm being really careful, and I'll stick to that. And then when you get a little bit more confidence, you go, nah, we'll do this, and we'll try it that way. And that's where the fun really starts, I think, then, isn't it?
Yeah, it's when you start experimenting, when you sort of step out that box a little bit, I think that is where the fun really begins. When you start to develop your own style, you've sort of followed the teachings of someone else for a little while, but you start to think, right, do you know what, I know they've done it this way, but we're just going to give it a go. I'm just going to see what happens if I try it that way, if I colour that bit in that colour, just give it a go. And honestly, like Sheena says, that is where all the fun lies. Just have a play. That's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Absolutely, and that's where you do your own thing. And if it looks better than mine, well, brilliant, I've done my job then. Yeah?
Absolutely, that's the sign of a good teacher, isn't it, really?
Yeah,
let's be honest.
absolutely, I'm happy with that. If it looks amazing, I think, well, I didn't think of that. Brilliant. Good on you.
I love seeing all our viewers at home with all their ideas. So often us craft experts look at them and think, oh gosh, I would never have thought of doing that. And I love the fact that we've got that community as well. We're all sharing our ideas. We've all got different ideas, we've all got different styles. It doesn't matter if you're at day 1 or day 100 of your crafting journey. We've all got something to teach each other, and all got ideas that we can share, and I think that's so inspirational. That's the fabulous thing about having our big crafty community. We've all got tips and tricks and techniques. Why I tried to say all those T's at this time on a Wednesday evening, I don't know. But we've all got those ideas that we can share with each other. And we always do love to see your makes.
Absolutely, Lily. And nobody knows everything. We're always learning from each other, as you said. So what I'm doing is I'm just using this darker colour now to go in where, you know, where you think there's going to be less light, so where there's a leaf in front of it, or at the bottom of a swirl, if you imagine there'll be less light there, and the lighter bit's just going to hit the top, so I can maybe do a little dark bit just at the bottom of that one and a bit there, so it makes it look like it pops out a little bit.
I'm loving this. This just looks absolutely incredible. Doesn't it look like you've painted it perhaps with oil paints or something like that? That effect of using the no lines technique, it really does look like it's been hand painted. You wouldn't have thought that that started off as a stamped image and you've coloured it with alcohol pens. No way. If you're making these and giving them away to friends and family, they are going to be absolutely blown away at this artwork. They're going to say, goodness me, I didn't realise you painted. Since when have you started doing oil paints? But honestly, they are going to absolutely love seeing this artwork. It's just incredible.
But it's doable and achievable. It's just follow the steps and you'll be surprised. I love it because on the Inkettes, Lily, you're always sharing what you've learned and what you've done. And it's like, wow, I did this, I watched Sheena, from the Wednesdays. After Wednesdays, it's brilliant.
Oh, I see.
So everybody's saying, look, I did this and follow this and it looks amazing. Like the paint fusion, you should see a lot of the paint fusion that people have been sharing.
Amazing, isn't it?
Just fantastic, yeah, really, really fab.
And as well, everyone's so supportive. So if you are new to that group, if you're new to crafting, please do share your makes because everybody's always got great advice. They're always so supportive. So don't think people are going to go, you know, I've been crafting a lot longer, I can do it this way or that way. Absolutely not. It's a lovely, friendly community. Just like our crafty community here is at Crafters Companion. We've all got advice for each other. We've all got sort of a good word to say about each other's artwork, which I think is absolutely so special. And something that, you know, it's lovely to be part of a community like that.
Absolutely.
Oh, we're going rogue, are we? We're going rogue.
And it's also nice to be part of a safe community online because it's not all safe out there, you know. It's big. It's respect and proper enthusiasm and proper support.
Absolutely.
That's what you want, definitely.
Wow, it's just those little finishing touches, isn't it? Now with the stems. Just incredible. Wow, seeing this take shape from a blank piece of cardstock, you've seen this whole piece being coloured right from scratch. I think that's absolutely wonderful to see. It is totally achievable. I mean, we all know Sheena is an incredible talent, but she's showing you guys that this is absolutely achievable. Get those brand new stamps, get yourself some tri-blends. Even if you're just using the pens that you're getting included in that Showstopper, you've still got plenty of colours to get started. And just, as I say, just get started, give it a go. Get them stamped out, get them coloured up and just get playing. Wowza, look at that, incredible. Wow, we've seen that from nothing. Absolutely love it. It just goes to show how amazing those stamps are. When you've got fabulous quality artwork, when you've got amazing pens, oh my gosh. If you've not already treated yourself to that incredible Power of Nature Showstopper bundle, why have you not already? Don't forget you're getting 4 sets of stamps, you're getting your pack of rocker blocks, your 6 tri-blend brush pens, and of course your 16 sheets of Neenah cardstock. Within that Showstopper bundle, it works out that you're paying for the stamps, and then for just an additional £3 extra, yes, just £3, you're getting all those extra items, the pens, the cardstock and the rocker blocks for just £3. Wow, that takes your Platinum Club price down to $27.98 or $40.70. I'm sure a lot of you guys at home now are super inspired. You want to get your hands on those brand new stamps and you want to have a go at exactly what Sheena has been showing you in that amazing demonstration. Well, now is the time to get those baskets checked out. Get those baskets checked out and we'll be seeing you for even more inspiration in just a moment. See you in a minute.
Welcome to Club Inspire, the Crafters Companion community where you can feed your crafty obsession. Join our fantastic loyalty club today and receive 20% off your first order. We'll also give you 250 points to help get you started. Other benefits of joining Club Inspire include exclusive special offers and discounts for Club Inspire members only, exclusive sneak peek previews of brand new product launches, and of course the Club Inspire community group on Facebook, where you can access exclusive content such as downloads, offers and inspiration, and of course you can chat and share your makes with other members. You'll receive 1 point for every pound, dollar or euro you spend, and the more points you receive, the more benefits you'll unlock. What are you waiting for? Sign up, join the club and start rewarding yourself today.
Here at Crafters TV, it couldn't be easier to get your hands on the latest crafty must-haves. Leave the hard work to us while you shop from the comforts of your own living room. Head to the Crafters Companion website to see our full crafty range, or hit the Shop the Day button to see all the new and exciting products featuring on Crafters TV. Once you've filled your cart, leave it to us to get your crafty goodies to you in super quick time, so you can get on with being creative. Crafters Companion, making crafty shopping a breeze.
What makes Crafters TV so special is you guys.
It's really special because the experts are really experts. They're really skilled at what they do, and they want to make sure that the audience also improves on their skills.
Crafters TV is so special because you've got together a really sort of key group of people and people that are very passionate about the products.
Crafters TV is so special because it's a unique community that we have with each other where we can learn and grow and communicate with each other.
Community, the family spirit, the education, everything to do with craft. We are all like-minded people who share a passion.
I love all the inspiration the demonstrators bring and all the knowledge for us out here.
What makes Crafters TV so special? 100% it's the interaction. No other crafting TV channel or show has the same interaction.
I love the community, I love chatting live, I think that's the best part. And it's gone beyond crafting because we've become friends.
It feels to me to be a really, really close relationship with our customers and viewers.
You guys make us feel like we're part of your family. I've never been on the show before, but one of my friends who I did meet from CCTV encouraged me, and I was on the craft along.
Massive team of people, and I think they've all got their role to play, and it just brings everything together. It allows us to do our job and just love it.
The people, obviously, the people not just here at Crafters Companion, but the viewers that watch us. I mean, everybody. We have this real magical essence about it.
Bye for now. Bye.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. Wow, one epic demonstration that was. Just incredible to see that take shape from a blank piece of cardstock to that amazing piece of finished artwork. Hope you guys at home have checked out those baskets and secured those amazing brand new stamps as part of that incredible Showstopper deal. Now, I was talking on Monday actually when I was here about what an exciting week it is here on Crafters TV, and my goodness me, it was certainly an incredible day yesterday. We launched our brand new Gemini 2 machine, and you guys have been snapping this up in your droves. I have to say, we don't have an awful lot of these left, that is for sure. You guys have been absolutely loving this. It's our brand new, muchly anticipated Gemini 2 machine. It is absolutely incredible. We've got that brand new, sleek, modern design. We've sort of updated and upgraded it, made it a little bit more modern, so it's going to look absolutely fabulous in your craft room. All the features of Gemini that we know and love. Don't forget, you've also got that media stand as well, which is super, super useful. Perhaps you're going to be watching Crafters TV on there. Wouldn't that just be absolutely fabulous? You'll see all of those features if you check out the website. We've got additional features like the storage compartments, and we've got the lift down flaps as well, so it's got a smaller footprint when you do actually have those flaps closed, and it's actually quieter as well, which is absolutely fabulous. If you're like me and craft into the small hours in the morning quite often, I don't quite like to wake up the neighbours, so this new quieter Gemini 2 machine is going to be absolutely perfect for that. Don't forget as well, if you are going for the brand new Gemini 2 machine, check out the everything bundle, because you will get that for half price if you are picking up that brand new machine. Now, we had an amazing launch day yesterday with Lilly and Debbie as well. Absolutely incredible, the most amazing machine. You know, when we say the name Gemini, we know it's sort of creme de la creme when it comes to die cutting, and this is definitely top of the tree when it comes to die cutting. It is a full A4 in size. You can cut, you can emboss, you can do all your mixed media dies, you can emboss your dies, all those incredible features that I know you guys love. If you've already got the original Gemini like I have, I knew I had to have this. You know, you've got to have it. It is that amazing brand new machine. But if you are brand new to die cutting, this is still going to be an absolutely perfect one to have in your crafty stash. It's the best place where you can start that crafting journey. You cannot go any higher than this, so why not sort of go for the best with your brand new Gemini 2? But of course, not many left, because you guys have been absolutely snapping this up in your drove. So do check out the website. It is all over the homepage of the website, so you should be able to see your Gemini 2 machine nice and easy on there. And don't forget, we've got the option for both the UK machine and the US machine. But still, an incredible saving on both of them if you are part of the Platinum Club, and you will still get that everything bundle for half price if you are going for that in conjunction with your machine. Just incredible. Now, back to the amazing demonstrations that we've been seeing with Sheena throughout this show already. We're talking about that brand new Power of Nature Showstopper collection. Of course, you can go for the bundle of stamps on their own on the website. But quite frankly, we were saying earlier, why would you? As part of this deal, you are paying for the incredible 4 sets of photopolymer stamps. The detail within those is absolutely second to none. Just stunning imagery. And when you pay for those just for an extra £3, we're going to throw in 6 tri-blend brush pens, a pack of rocker blocks, that's 4 rocker blocks in different sizes, and 16 sheets of your Nina cardstock. And don't forget that Nina cardstock is ideal for use with any alcohol-based medium, whether it's the tri-blends that you're getting included as part of this bundle, or if it's your classics or illustrators as well. They're going to be absolutely perfect for use on your Nina cardstock. What an incredible saving to get all of that crafty goodness for £27.98 or $40.70 if you are part of the Platinum Club. Just amazing to get that brand new artwork from Sheena with those items included for just £3 is absolutely amazing. Wow, we've seen how easy they are and how enjoyable they are to actually colour in those finished images. We've had so much love come in for that first demonstration. Linda's saying it looks wonderful. Cheryl is saying thank you. She's finally using dark colours. Yay! It just goes to show, bringing those dark shades, it does make a massive difference to your shading, doesn't it? Leslie Z saying, I could watch Sheena paint all day. It's so calming. I think my blood pressure drops with each pen stroke. Couldn't agree more. Ellen is agreeing. I feel the same way. It's so relaxing even watching Sheena. She helps with my anxiety too. That's great to hear. Linda's saying she loves it. Lois is saying that's beautiful. Thank you, Sheena. Lizard just says wow, and then the mind-blown emoji. Jane's saying beautiful. Sherry's saying beautiful. Lynn's saying that looked real. It certainly does. It looks brilliant. And thank you, Sheena. And Sue has got sort of hit the nail on the head even. Sheena is spellbinding. Absolutely. Just one question we've got coming about that particular demonstration. Sue is saying she missed the colour of the swirls. So what pen did you use for the swirls? Which one, sorry? The swirls. So you know when you colour the swirls.
I used the, bear with.
Was it gold?
Gold yellow.
Gold yellow, there you go. Gold yellow for this.
Gold brown, sorry, gold brown.
Gold brown for the swirls, there you go. Lovely. I think it's time to have a little bit more inspiration, I think.
Yeah.
Should we see what else we can do with these fabulous stamps? Let's do it.
Thank you.
Right, so shall we colour another one? I love this card that Sharon's created. I think it's really pretty. And so what I'm going to do is do a version of this. I think I'm going to swap it around. I'm going to do the greenery green, and I'm going to do the swirls grey, because I think we might as well swap it up a bit and see what we get. So I'm going to use, first of all, before I do anything, I'm going to ring fence this little bit here with a yellowy colour, because this is all like pollen-y bits in the middle of that flower. Okay, so I just want to put that there to remind myself that that is where I want to leave a yellowy colour. Then we'll go on to the petals, Lily. All right. Yep. So we'll start. I'm using the pale pink blend. Lovely. So we'll start with this petal here, and I'm going to go over with all of just the pale colour. I'm doing the whole thing. So I like to work light to dark. Okay, because it's just what I always do with any colouring mediums, because it preserves the light colour. It's easy to lose that light colour. Yeah. And now I'm going with this mid colour in the centre of this flower, and I'm just flicking out, and I'm going with the
with the direction of the lines I've created for the petal. Can you see? So look at where I've got the lines and put your brush strokes following that, mirroring that. Does that make sense?
It certainly does, yeah.
And then we'll go with this darker one, following the same pattern again. So following the darker bits, and this is going to be darker in here because this is where there's less light coming up to that bit there. And just like this, but in there, and I'm going to put a little bit of darker here and there just for a bit of drama.
Yep. Oh, love that.
Oh, the drama.
Oh.
And then I'm going to go back with that mid-tone, Lily, and blend in that darker one, so I've got that bridge a little bit, so that dark isn't as stark, the edge.
Yep.
So just little circular movements I'm doing with that just to diffuse it in, and it will lighten the colour if I go straight over it a bit, but that's fine because I wanted it a bit lighter.
Yeah.
And then, drop the pen, and then I'm going to go with the lightest one again, just to go where that blank, where the bits are that I've left as a highlight, and smooth that in, blend it in a little bit, and leave that like that for the first one. So it's a different pink that to the one that Sharon's used, but that's okay because we come back to that. I've lost a little bit of that yellow, which is going to be troublesome later, but we'll put that in. We can come back to it. So I'm going to start with the dark just in there.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go again with the light colour all over.
It makes it so easy to know exactly where to put that light and that shade. You've put all the clues in the stamp. We've got all that line work in there already. You're literally just following the lines. It's like colouring by lines. It's so easy. Yeah, exactly. Like Lily said, the clues are there. Just follow them and go with what's on the, the stamp, so you can see where the lines are. The lines I've put in there are two things that to suggest the veins in the leaf, but they're also to suggest where the darker colour is, because where I'll put more of those lines where I want to suggest it's darker and to put a bit of shade in. So more at the base, because that's where it's going to be a bit darker, less at the top, but still a few, because it's got like a little fluted kind of edge. It's not just a flat petal, Did you design it to be a particular flower in particular, or is it more a fantasy flower when you were designing? Were you thinking, oh, this wants to be a such and such flower, or is it just a fantasy flower? It actually is a real flower, Lily, and it's a purpley flower, and I can't remember what it's called, but I did know. But it doesn't matter, you can colour it any way, anything you want. I think that's the beauty of stamps, isn't it, really? It's such a useful, and because I've put that little stylised kind of swirl with it, it kind of suggests that you can make it anything you want as well, more like that, because it is already a little bit different. It's not, you wouldn't get that swirl around in nature. So it's just letting you know that do what you want with it. It's your thing, any colour. We've had all colours of this one. Gorgeous yellow one, we've had pink ones, purple ones, green one. I think Sharon did a whole monochrome one in all green, using green over the whole card, which looked really cool. So that's the light tone. Now the mid one, which is very peachy, this mid-tone. Quite peachy. Yeah. Loving that colour. It's beautiful. And then we'll pop the little ruffles there, and shadow where one petal overlaps the other is definitely going to be darker. Oh, wrong one. And then we're going to put the darker just coming in like this in places. Wow. Does just look so dimensional. I think it looks absolutely incredible. Really does look like it's got real texture to it. They look like they're very delicate petals, I think. And then we're going to go back with that mid-tone just to soften the lines from that darker one. Just continuing like that. And then I want to make sure I've still got a little bit of highlight with that paler pink that I can bring out just there. So just go over that and blend that in, so it'll actually bleach out a little bit of that other area as well. If you have made it a bit darker, if you keep going over, it will lighten that area for you. So we've already got the ripples going on there. Okay. That's made me think of another dessert now. Ice cream, raspberry ripple. Oh, raspberry ripple ice cream, yeah, that is a good ice cream.
Very nice, yeah. Good choice.
Yeah,
good
I do
call.
like that. Yep. One of our duet ink pads is called Raspberry Ripple, and every time I go to use it, I end up feeling hungry. So we do have some very nice names to our duet ink pads, I have to say.
Nice.
Ooh. We're now on to favourite ice cream flavours. For me, it's got to be chocolate fudge brownie, I think. It's got to be my favourite ice cream.
Yeah, certain make chocolate fudge
yes,
brownie.
I'm sure you can imagine the one, but yeah, they do
it's
have
got the big chunks of brownie in it.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. See, I can't be doing with when brands say it's chocolate fudge brownie, and really it's just chocolate ice cream. You don't get any brownie in. We cannot be doing with that. But
no.
Got to have lots of.
If you're going to use the brownie word, it's got to have brownie in it.
Oh, nice chunky chunks of brownie. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, it's got to be done. Mind you, it's a bit cold here today. It's not ice cream weather today here. It's much cooler. Oh, but apparently Nicola's saying if you want it to be ice cream weather and you believe it is, then it is. There you go. Absolutely.
Definitely ice cream weather. Might be ice cream weather on the way home, driving home tonight, I tell you.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's a long drive for you, isn't it?
It is, Lily. It is quite a drive, yeah. I'll be playing all those dodgy tunes and I'll be like a banshee on the road, wailing from, from here to Evesham. 4 hours of noise. I can't, if I make noise, it's great because I stay awake.
Exactly, there you go.
Whereas listening to audiobooks, I love to listen to my audiobooks, but they send me to sleep, especially if it's dark and late. You don't do that then.
No, definitely not. You need the tunes blasting out down the motorway, that is for sure.
For sure.
Wow, look at this. I love that colour. It does look, I don't know if it's just the monitor in here, but it does have a lovely orange tinge to it, almost like a coral.
It does look very coral-like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's very peachy pink.
Yeah, I'm loving that.
Warm pink. It's not anything like the pink that Sharon's used, but that's okay because you can see an option, a variation. But it's just really to show you how I would colour it in. And it's nice to see them mixed up, I think, you know.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of hand colouring as well. You'll never have two finished pieces that look the same.
Absolutely.
Everything's a unique piece, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want it to look original and, you know, hand coloured and so that is mixing it up for you as well. You know, because it would get boring if it was the same every time, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So we're almost done with this bit. Then we're going to colour that centre and make that a little bit more of a feature, that middle bit. I just want to soften this little bit there that I've put in around there. Soften these lines and then we're going to go with that highlight just over there in a big way to lighten and blend that bit there. So we've got that looking okay. Then we're going to do some little, I want to do some little dotty bits in amongst this, and I want to use that because sometimes you get like a greeny kind of, you know, the stamens look a bit greeny, don't they, around the outside of the flower. So I'm just dotting like this here, and I would actually like to have a little few darker bits in as well.
Oh, this does make a difference. It's really starting to bring it to life, isn't it? Giving it that realistic look.
Yeah, just a little bit, just bringing it a little. I want to darken this here as well a little bit more because it gives it, you see, using that green pen just to give it a bit more contouring and drama in the centre. So I might even darken that even more, Lily, and go really full on, make that much darker.
That does look dramatic, but I think that looks fabulous.
So that middle spots out a little bit more. And then we'll colour this middle bit in with this like citrusy green bit in the middle.
I'm just thinking as well, if you were to colour this whole image just in grayscale, in black and white, how amazing would that look?
Yeah, it looks fabulous as the monocle. Yeah, lovely, really pretty.
So many different options. Just change up those colourways and you're going to get a different finished result every single time. I love that. Oh, wow.
So now, so what you can look at your flower and think, is there anywhere, do I need to define any areas? So I think I do. This here, you see where one petal's coming over the other? I want that to be a bit darker there because that would be casting a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to go a bit darker, a bit heavier on this darker colour. Just to give that a little bit of definition. I think we can get away with that because I just think it needs that little bit there. And in here,
that does make a real difference.
Can you see where it's just folded? One thing looks like it's now on top of the other instead of just there.
Wow.
I think that's That was a better call. And what I would definitely do as well is get that white pen into the mix and do some little dots of this.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Again, it just brings it to life. It looks so dimensional. It really does look like it's popping off the page. You sort of want to reach out and touch it and you think, is that 3D or is it actually flat? And it's amazing because it is actually that flat stamped image just on a piece of cardstock, bringing out those tri-blends. Wow. Gosh.
And then we'll do a little bit of the leaves, yeah? Shall we? Have we got time? What would we like for time?
Yeah.
Are we good?
Yeah, let's do it.
Right.
Let's see the leaves.
We'll, let me see, let's do this one here. So I'm using that light again, and this one here is a leaf, we'll colour that whole thing there. Let's do this one as well, may as well do it all together, that one at the same time.
How do you decide when you're colouring which part to start with? Because obviously you start with the flower for this piece. Would you always start with the flower, or is it just however the mood sort of takes you?
I think probably I would start with the main focal point, the main star of the show, which for me is the flower, Lily.
Yeah.
And then go from there. Definitely.
Yeah.
Just so that I can see that how how light it's going to be, how dark it's going to be, and then everything can fit in appropriately after that.
Absolutely, yeah. So would you sort of pick your colours for that main flower, that main focal point first, and then you can sort of fit your greens around the right sort of green around that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brill.
It's a warm pink, so I've gone with that warmer green.
Yeah.
And I think that looks quite pretty.
Yeah, it works, doesn't it? It really does work. Don't forget, this stamp is included as part of your brand new Power of Nature collection. There's 4 stamp sets, but as part of your Showstopper, not only are you getting the 4 stamp sets, but for just an additional £3 on top of that, you get 16 sheets of Nina cardstock, 6 tri-blend brush pens, just like the type that Sheena is using right now, and of course your pack of 4 rocker blocks. And if you're in the Platinum Club, that price comes right the way down to £27.98 or $40.70. Incredible saving when you're getting brand new product and all of those extra goodies as well that work so perfectly with those stamps. We've not just sort of thrown them in just to give you an extra little bit of value, but they've been specifically hand-picked to go perfectly with the stamps. I mean, you can see from the demonstrations we've had in this show that those pens work an absolute treat with those stamps. Of course, Nina cardstock is featured in all those demonstrations too, and rocker blocks, a true stamping essential. What a brilliant bundle. If you are brand new to stamping, brand new to colouring, it's a great place to start, and you can get incredible finished results just like Sheena is right now. So many of you are going for that bundle today, proving super popular. You can see why you guys are inspired by Sheena. You want to get results just like that at home, and by picking up that bundle today, it does absolutely enable you to do just that.
Cheers, Lily. Well, so we'll do these flowers pink to match in with this one here. So blue at speed colouring, so I'm just going to do the whole thing light pink, like that. And then I'm going to go to the mid pink and do that. So from this one's going to come up like that because the light, it's kind of like they're curved around.
Yeah.
So we'll put a little bit there and a bit, actually that'll be like this. And do that there. We'll keep the tips of them a little bit kind of lighter.
Yeah.
And then the darker one just come in like that. But I'm going to blend that out a little bit as well, just to make it a little bit less of a line. You know, it's just kind of to blend in with the other a little bit more.
Okay.
Because what I'm trying to do is preserve the line between the lightest bit of one petal and the darkest bit of the other petal.
That makes sense.
Just make sure you stay shy of that top line, and then you can clearly see that's where one starts or folding across the other one. Can you see that?
We certainly can. Beautiful. So much love coming in for all of these demos. Brenda's saying, I love Sheena stamps, they're so elegant. I couldn't agree more, aren't they just beautiful? Sue Benson's agreeing with me, she's loving the colour of these flowers as well. Maria's saying, that flower looks so dimensional now. And BJ Clark saying, Sheena, beautiful card, I love your colouring, it's so soothing. It certainly is. I could stand here and watch Sheena colour all day. Just absolutely lovely to see.
I've been colouring all day, Lily, actually. I've had a lovely time, yeah, it's really nice. Just been very, very relaxing. very, just fun, just colouring. I mean, when you've got a good colouring product and you've got good stamps that have been drawn to design to go with this colouring product and make it easy for you, it's just a pleasure to do, isn't it? It's just a fun thing to be able to do. So I'm happy doing this. If everyone else has enjoyed it, then that's
certainly.
great, because I've had a lovely time doing them.
And then of course we've paired these with our tri-blend brush pens. That's what Sheena's been showing you throughout the day. But if you have other mediums in your crafty stash, maybe you've got your aqua pens, even your sparkle pens, your illustrators, your classics, of course you can be using those alongside these stamps. It doesn't just have to be your tri-blend brush pens, but you can see here with this demonstration how absolutely perfectly they work with these stamps. But of course mix and match however you see fit.
How are we doing for time, Lily?
We are at 22, so we've got 20 more minutes just left on the show. Gosh, hasn't it not flown by?
Right, I'm picking it up,
Picking up the pace.
Speed crafting.
Oh, we've got chanting aria, Nicola saying speed
try and
craft,
get that swirl done. And then one little quick thing extra that I want to show you. We're going to do a little shadow on there.
Oh, nice.
And then, so, yep, right, I'm not dillying and I'm not dallying. I'm not tarrying.
Oh.
I'm going for it.
See, it just goes so quickly. Just get absorbed in the colouring. I know I'm the same when I'm at home sat colouring. Honestly, I could lose hours, and you look up at the clock, you think, blimey, what's happened to the time? You know, where has the time gone? But it's such a lovely therapeutic hobby just to sit down. Perhaps it's on an evening, maybe you've had a stressful day at work. You just need a few moments, maybe just half an hour to sort of unwind and relax. Then it's absolutely perfect to just get your pens out, do a bit of stamping, do a bit of colouring, and at the end of it, the best of it is you'll have something that you can be so proud of, whether that's going to go on a card, whether it's going to go into an art journal perhaps, maybe you're just even going to keep it to yourself, just to sort of document your progress if you are new to your pen colouring. Doesn't matter what you do with your finished images, just enjoy that process of colouring.
Right, we're nearly there, Lily, and we'll do these swirls and almost there. Well, let's do these. Oh, there's one little bit of green there I've missed. Hang on. Bear with.
I find so often I do that. I come to the end of a coloured image and then I noticed a tiny little bit. There's like a tiny flower or a little butterfly hiding. Go, oh no, I've got to go back and recolour that. But there's so much detail in the stamps, it is easily done.
So I'm just going with a brownie colour here for this stem bit here. Just speed, just to get that done. And then we'll do the swirly bit. Yeah?
Yeah.
So put that there, and we'll put the lighter colour, just like that.
I love the fact that all the stamps have got those swirls intertwined in them. I think it just gives it a bit more character, gives it that elegance. It would have been lovely just as the flowers and the leaves on there, but by bringing in those swirls, it gives it that finishing touch. It makes it that little bit more special.
Right, Lily, we're going to do the swirl grey on this one.
Okay.
It is brown grey.
Why not?
So just to make the swirl neutral with this one. So that's the lighter colour on, then the darker colour.
Oh, wow. I like it in the grey. I think the grey works really nicely. I think the contrast of the pink and the grey, I always think pink and grey is a lovely colour combination.
It is, isn't it? Very
works,
pretty.
Doesn't it? Really does work.
So these are kind of in shade anyway here, so I'm just doing these a bit darker. And then what we'll do is we will put a little shadow underneath this.
Okay.
And that'll be the other one for today, the second one that we've managed to get done this hour. So that, let me see the highlight one, let's pop a little bit there, a little bit there. Right, I'm not going to do any more with that. But if you want to put a shadow underneath this, because Sharon put hers kind of portrait.
Okay, yeah.
We'll put a little bit of a shadow underneath here. So I'm using the ice grey and I'm just going to put a little bit like this underneath this little guy here.
Yeah.
And underneath there. And this is where if you've got the blender pen, you could actually blend out the ink a little bit more. And what you can also do is if you wanted to make it look like part of it's lifted up, you can do something like that. Can you see where I've lifted? So, so watch this bit here. If I do a little bit like this here, like this there,
oh,
a bit there. Can you see how it looks like it's lifted off the...
Gosh, isn't that clever?
Isn't that
cool? Just a
Yeah.
daft little thing like that. What a difference that makes. Oh, gosh, you've got to be trying this with all your stamps.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's fun. If you do little bits like that, it just makes, it's a really cool... That was the bit I was really looking forward to showing you.
Oh, I'm so pleased you showed us that. That is absolutely
I like
brilliant.
this bit. And then
Love that.
do a little bit of darker. You can put a little bit darker in.
You guys at home, you've got to try that. When you get these stamps home, please promise me you'll try that technique.
Yeah.
You're going to be blown away. Oh,
cool, isn't
it's almost
it?
like an optical illusion. I love it.
Yes,
Wow.
it is. Bit like a trompe-l'oeil, which is fooling of the eye.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a, when you used to see in stately homes, they'd have walls painted as if it was going into a gorgeous garden or something.
Yes, yeah.
And with the perspective and the shading and things, and it is literally, it means fooling of the eye. And so yeah, little things like that just gives that impression. A little bit of your own trompe-l'oeil there.
Love that, wow.
So there you go. Now it looks like it's got that. That was my favourite bit of the whole
Gosh,
thing.
look at that. It's so realistic. It literally looks almost like a photo. Wow. Two absolutely incredible finished pieces of artwork there, coloured from scratch using those amazing brand new stamps. It just goes to show how amazing those finished results can look when you are working with those fantastic Power of Nature stamps. So as part of your Showstopper bundle, not only are you getting the 4 sets of stamps, you're also getting 6 tri-blend brush pens, 16 sheets of Nina cardstock and 4 rocker blocks as well. Your Platinum Club price is $27.98 or $40.70. Wow, amazing saving on that. Now, I'm sure you guys have been absolutely mesmerised by Sheena's demonstrations. I'm going to give you just a moment to check out those baskets so you can make sure that you've secured your purchase of your fantastic Power of Nature Showstopper, and we'll be back in just a minute. See you in a minute.
Welcome to Crafters TV. With more than 35 hours of live shows each week, it's your home for all things craft. We shine the spotlight on new and innovative crafting products with live tutorials and demonstrations. Join our family of craft experts where fun happens every day.
Are we in trouble or are we all right? Should be coming in. Should be coming.
What does she do?
Exactly
What
how
does she do?
it looks.
This is awesome. This is awesome.
Get creative and craft along. With our amazing deals, your next craft project is just a click away. Tune in live 7 days a week, or you can watch us on Catch Up at crafterscompanion.com, Facebook, or our YouTube channels. You can chat to us, craft along, and meet new friends by joining our online crafting community.
And I watch you every day, and it's just what really gets you through when you're really at rock bottom.
There's a show for every type of crafter, from first-time dabblers to full-time makers. Crafters TV, create every day.
If you love Crafters TV, we've made it easy for you to watch us wherever you are. Whether you catch us on your tablets or take us with you on your mobile phone, it's easy to watch us anywhere. From here to here. Maybe don't watch us here. It would be easy to watch us here. Probably the easiest place to watch us is here. Crafters TV, with you wherever you are.
We get to know people from places and walks of life that we wouldn't come across in our everyday life if it wasn't for Crafters TV and doing what we do.
I got so many lovely comments from people when I started doing the presenting, and it was just really such a lovely feeling. And it's nice that people keep messaging in. You know, we see the same people. We know you can build up that kind of relationship with those people. So it's just the fact that people like what we do and they're pleased. And I do love it when people send us photographs of the items that they've made.
We talk about customers, but really they go in as a customer, come out as a friend. The support that I get is amazing. The messages I get are amazing.
Me personally, it is personal interaction. I've never had the best of health. I've always been open about that with our viewers at Crafters TV. So many people are in the same situation as me health-wise. Other people have got a completely different health issues. They understand and they relate to what I'm going through, what others are going through. So whether we interact on a crafting basis or whether we interact on a health basis, a personal basis, we're all there to support one another. It is incredible.
The reaction of viewers when they come to meet us is worth all of the early mornings when we have to get up for our early morning shows.
Some of the customers come on as craft ambassadors and things like that, craft along with us, and being able to actually chat with them on air. I love it. I really love that connection with them.
We've had lots of shows where we've done like craft alongs, especially where we've had viewers craft along with us. We had a particular viewer, Joy, who joined us once before, and she literally made me cry on air, and Joe, because the things she said about us, it really was quite humbling that there are people out there that watch us and invite us into their living rooms and really treat us like family.
Hello and welcome back to Crafters TV. I cannot believe we're down to the last 10 minutes of the show. It has absolutely flown by, so we're going to have to get that vote in nice and early to give you guys plenty of time to cast your vote, whether it's going to be demo 1 or 2. So Sheena, what have we got to choose from?
Demo 1.
There we go, beautiful new, no lines, love that one. Ooh. It's a good one.
Demo 1.
But...
Right. Or demo 2.
Ooh. Oh,
yeah, that
gosh.
shadow would win it for me for that one. that
See,
one little bit, the last brush stroke.
See, I'm glad I'm not choosing because quite frankly, I couldn't choose, but it's down to you guys at home. Is it going to be number 1 or number 2? Get those votes in. Not long left. We've got less than 10 minutes left on the show, so just a few minutes to cast your votes. Now, we are sat in Essentials Corner. It's Beautiful's beginning, so we have to sit in our Essentials Corner to end the show. And we're going to start off with Sheena with her pick of Essentials Corner. So Sheena, what have you got to share with us?
I have Aquablend pencils.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, because, you know, I love today and I love the alcohol pet blending, but I love a bit of watercolour blending as well.
Oh, yeah.
And the pencils, if you like the look of watercolour, but you feel a bit intimidated with watercolour and you think, ooh, that looks a little bit like the pans, very arty, very, you know, I don't know. These are great because you can put the colour where you want it to be without any fear, without any rush. Take your time, you can come back. You can do it over a whole week, 7 nights of the week, do a little bit more of your colouring. Then, or maybe on the 6th night, the 7th night, get the water into the mix. And it's like magic colouring books when you're a kid. Because the colour in the pencil is nothing like when you add the water to it. It bursts. So you're putting the pigment on the card where you want it in a controlled fashion via the pencil. Yeah? And it's like the blue on this wing. I would put the blue, I put the teal, I put the orange, I put the little red into the orange and have all those colours just there. And it'll look messy. It'll not look anything as cool as this. But when you add the water, the colour pops and everything then seamlessly blends together. There's no white, green, granular look on the background again. And then you can also do background techniques. You can put a little bit, if you want a shadow or a background kind of effect behind this, you can then let this dry because water goes to water. So if you try to do a background, this is still wet, Lily, and then you do your background, the barriers will merge. One will bleed into the other. So as long as you leave that dry with a heat gun, then you can do a little fine pencil, little swirls, little fine with a pale grey, then add some water. Then you get a really nice, cool background blend against that as well. So yeah, really, really, yes, let me recommend those. Aquablend pencils.
Fabulous. So we've got the whole collection. There's 96 pencils in total as part of that collection. Your Platinum Club price is £55.20 or $66.40. That is the complete collection of those. Like Sheena says, an absolutely brilliant medium to get colouring with. Even if you're brand new to your water-based mediums, that is going to be the perfect place to start. Now, from one colouring medium to another, but something a little bit lovely, a little bit shiny. If you're a magpie like me and you love all your shiny stuff, then you're going to absolutely love the pick that Sheena's got coming up for you next. So Sheena, oh no, apparently I'm going next. Change of plan. Okay, change of plan, my pick next. Right. Same sort of similar thing actually as Sheena's pick. I've gone for pencils, but I've gone for a different sort of pencils. I've gone for our colour blend pencils, and as part of this deal we're bringing you the pack of your essentials. As the name suggests, they are essential, so a great pack to start with if you've never tried your colour blend pencils before. You're getting this pack in the Platinum Club for just £8 or $11.20. I was saying to Sheena in the break, I paid $24.99 for mine, and quite frankly I was quite happy with this price because they are fantastic quality. What they are is they are waxed based blending pencils. You can blend from pencil to pencil, or you can bring in your blending solution. You'll find that on the website. Your paper stumps are great to help you blend throughout the colours, and you can get the most amazing dimensional effects. If you look on the front of our packaging, look at that, look at the dimension on there. Looks absolutely incredible. Don't need water. Like I say, you can either blend dry or with your blending solution. They are absolutely incredible to get that dimension. But we've been showing you alcohol-based pens throughout the show. You can actually use these in conjunction with your alcohol-based pens. Apparently, I'm being told Sheena did that on the Colour Me Happy show.
I did. We did a bit of mixed media.
Oh, love that technique. If you want to add even more depth and dimension to your colouring with your alcohol pens, your colour blends are the ones to go for. Going to give you amazing results if you use them on their own too. So do check out those essentials. £8 or £8 or $11.20. Do we have a winner? Yes, we do. Demo of the show goes to number 2.
Number 2 was the shadow that did it.
Incredible. Wow.
Oh, so we need to get the others, don't we?
Yes. They're on this. Right, they're there. They're looking right at us.
So are we calling that number 1?
That'll be number 3.
Right,
so,
hang on, bear with. Yes, I remember now. It's just been a day. That was this morning. This was number 1.
Lovely.
So this was the first no-line colouring. I really like that gold yellow colour. I do. I think that's really pretty.
Beautiful.
And this one was number 2.
Oh, see, I do love a butterfly.
Pens and pencils, Lily. There,
yeah, those colour blends.
Yeah. And then we've got number 3, which is this one you've just seen.
Real. Oh gosh, what a tough choice that's going to be. I can't choose. I'm glad I don't have to choose. You guys at home, get those votes in and choose by the end of the show. In just a moment, we're going to go to the pick that I was trying to go to earlier. But first of all, we've got a question coming. Can I use any ink with the pencils? Well, it depends which pencils you're referring to. Sheena's obviously water-based. So
absolutely. So you would use a water-resistant ink.
Absolutely.
So look on the look on the packaging. I love that. There's no clues there with Crafters ink pads.
So
it's the ones that are for water-based products, isn't it?
Perfect.
So yes.
Easy. And then with your colour blends, it depends whether you're using your blending solution or not, does it not? So if you are using them dry, you don't need to worry. Quite frankly, you can use any ink pad. Whereas if you're using your blending solution, that is alcohol-based, so you'll need your alcohol-proof.
Yes.
But easy, yeah. And again, demystifying it on the front of the ink pads. Now, we can actually get onto our amazing hero tool, which is something that all of us here at Crafters TV love, our gilding waxes. Sheena, why do you love these so much?
Why would you not? Look at those colours, Lily.
Well,
look at them.
Enough said, really.
Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? Every one is so different. They're so different that when I went to Marseille with Leanne many moons ago, there was 3. There was I can't remember which gold it was, but there was a mid gold, there was the copper colour, and then there was the silver.
Yes.
Yeah, there was antique gold, that was it. Gold, just gold and silver. But now we've got loads of choice. So these little, I'm saying little jars, the big jars, because what's in here is they're going to last and last and last. And these are perfect for not just your card making. These were actually designed for upcycling around the house. So if you're into upcycling your furniture, if you buy and sell, or you repurpose and sell, if you do anything like that, this is the stuff you want for all of your 3D, robust, rugged things that are going to use wear and tear. We've just done some fabulous outdoor
I've seen photos. They look amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? It was surprising how little was used to do that.
Wow.
They looked stunning. So there's real metal in them. The metal bonds to the surface. It's tough enough to not need to be varnished if you're putting it on indoors on a picture frame or anything like that. And it lasts ages. Don't fool this with any other gilding waxes you might have tried that you think, but they're dried up, how do I do it up? How do I stop it drying up? Don't worry, this doesn't. You just put the lid on every time. I've been using mine It must be at least 6 years old because I've been a wandering that long.
Well, yeah,
for 5.
yeah, absolutely.
So they've got to be at least 6 years and they're still going strong, Lily.
Absolutely. I mean, I have to say, I'll confess, I have used some other brands of gilding waxes. There was one, I had it for a few weeks and it dried up. And I'm exactly the same as you, Sheena. I've had mine for years. They are perfect. They're still pretty full, even though I use them day in, day out, but they've never dried up. The quality on those is absolutely incredible. You can get 4 of those massive jars that Sheena's just been showing you for a Platinum Club price of £31.18 or $40.78. Definitely one to go for if you've not already added those to your crafty stash. Now, demo of the day, it's going to number 2.
Number 2 was the
butterfly. We all love a good butterfly, don't we?
There. Yeah,
Brill.
it does look good, the butterfly,
lovely.
doesn't it? It's pretty.
Gosh, such an amazing day of demos as ever, Sheena. So inspirational. Thank you so much for your inspiration. When are you next back with us?
Everybody, I've had a lovely time. Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, of course, Sheena, Wednesday.
Sparkle pens. We're just playing next Wednesday. I can't wait for that.
It's going to be lots of inky, messy fun.
As if
It's going to be amazing.
Else than just play, Lily, anyway, you know.
I cannot wait. It's going to be absolutely brilliant. So make sure you guys join Sheena next Wednesday for another jam-packed day of incredible demos and inspiration. I'm actually going to be back all day tomorrow alongside Craig. Craig's going to be on that side of the studio. I'm going to be demonstrating all day tomorrow. I am so excited. We've got our May reloaded, taking a look at all the best bits from May, so I hope you can stay tuned for the full day. Got lots of demos lined up, lots of techniques to share with you. I cannot wait. Thank you so much for your company this evening. It's been an absolutely cracking show. Hope you have a lovely rest of your evening or rest of your day, wherever you are in the world, and I hope you'll join us bright and early tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock UK time for Wake Up Call. But until then, take care. Night night.